team of pilgrims from Uganda heading for the Holy Land. We are taking off with Ethiopian Airlines this afternoon to begin our excellent biblical journey, following the Exodus and the settlement of the children of Israel in Israel.
The people I serve, St. Rose's Parish, who had served for about 7 years, together with the people of Mulago, were able to give me a ticket to come to the Holy Land.
I would like to trace the different historical kind of moments of our religion or of our faith.
And when this opportunity was brought back, I felt a renewed desire to come back. Sincerely, I consider myself lucky among the lucky ones, because I've had my foot stepping where the Holy people stepped, the likes of Moses, the likes of Elijah. This time I thought I would make a kind of retreat, a prayer pilgrimage. One by one.
We go there too. Yeah,
the most famous Muslim greeting, if you want to greet any Muslim in anywhere, because 90% of Egypt Muslim. Salamu alaikum. Salamu alaikum in Arabic, salamu alaikum in English, it means peace be upon you. Salamu alaikum, yeah. Salamu alaikum. If you want to say goodbye in Arabic, salam. Salam, goodbye. It's like shalom. It's like shalom, yeah. Also, if I want to say, let's go, hurry up, shake a leg, yalla yalla. Yeah, shake a leg, let's go, hurry up, yalla yalla. Yalla yalla. And look at the people who standing on the top in front of the pyramid. Could you see in the middle of the pyramid we have like a pyramidal shape, or this pyramidal shape, this is the main entrance of the pyramid, but this entrance is still closed since long time, and the people, they ascending some steps, and there is like a big gap or hole in the pyramid. This is the second entrance or the false entrance, which made by by robbers of the tombs, polished limestone, crystalline stone, to reflect the sun rays. And from the moon, if you ascend to the moon, you can see the pyramids here in Giza like three shining stars on earth. For this reason, they covered the pyramids from polished limestone to reflect the sun rays to the whole area. During the 7th century, they started to spread Islam. They started to spread the Arabic language, and the ancient language of the Egyptian, or we can say the Coptic language of the Egyptian, is completely disappeared. I am Egyptian, I have to speak Coptic language, not Arabic language. But the Coptic language, our language, completely disappeared when the Arabs came to Egypt, and by the 11th century nobody write or speak Coptic language, because the Arabic in that time considered the administrative language for the whole Egypt, and the Coptic language completely disappeared. But in our in all our churches, when they doing their mass in Coptic language, not in Arabic language. Anyway, the Virgin Mary, according to Matthew 12 up to 22, the Lord called out his son to come to Egypt, and she came to this. She passed by almost 16 sites in all Egypt, and we can say the average distance which took by the Holy Family in Egypt, they walked for almost 3,500 kilometers. So could you imagine? They walked, okay, in Egypt, the average distance which they walked in that time in Egypt for almost 3,500 kilometers, and they stayed in every site for some days or some months. But the last site which used by the Virgin Mary there, or the monastery of El Muharrak in south part of Egypt, she stayed, the Virgin Mary or the Holy Family stayed in that monastery for almost 6 months. And this monastery for the Christian consider the main pilgrimage area for our Christian. Anyway, the site which we are going now, we will visit Saint Sergius Church and we will visit the synagogue also, and we will visit the hanging church. Hanging church, why we call it hanging church or suspended church? We call it hanging church because we had or existed in the site which they built the hanging church. It was existed one of the big Roman, or one of the huge Roman fortress built by the King Trajan almost 98 AD. He built the fortress in the Coptic area, and why he built the fortress? In order to accommodate his Roman soldiers, because Egypt in that time was invaded by Roman. They took almost, or they walked for almost 3,500 kilometers in all Egypt, okay? And they came to Jerusalem. So if we can say, this is the Nile River. Over here is the Nile River. And the Nile River, it has two branches, and the two branches end at the Mediterranean Sea, okay? And right here is Red Sea. Tomorrow, we will drive along the Red Sea, okay? So Mediterranean Sea on the top, north of Egypt, and the Red Sea, south of Sinai, okay? And the Suez Canal, which connects between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. Right here is Sinai, where Mount Horeb, or Mount Sinai, okay? And the Virgin Mary, originally, she escaped from Palestine, from Jerusalem. So the Virgin Mary crossed the northern part of Sinai, and she walked along the Mediterranean Sea until reaching to many sites here. All the numbers here, all of them are sites used by the Holy Family, and now they convert them to be like churches, to be like convents or monasteries. Right here is our location, is Old Egypt or Old Cairo, where we are on Coptic area. Then she moved down, okay, until the Virgin Mary reached to the last stop here, Deir el-Muharraq. So we believe that Old Egypt, where we are now, the Holy Family used the same site when they came from Jerusalem to Egypt, and when they back from south of Egypt, when they back from Egypt to Jerusalem, they settled at the same place, and the total or the average time which is stayed by the Holy Family here, almost in this area, almost for 3 months. Church has 3 sanctuaries, 3 altars. The first one, the second one, and the third one. The one to the right dedicated to John Baptist, and the one in the middle, the sanctuary, the one in the middle dedicated to Virgin Mary, and the one to the left dedicated to Saint Paul. The fortress of the church, the backbone of the church, which is by the entrance used by the priest of the Father. Jesus Christ, okay? And the last 2 black pillars here, the last 2 black pillars here represent Saint Mark and Saint Luke. Mark and Luke. And the 12 who represent the 12 apostles, okay? So the first one represents Jesus Christ, the last 2 represent Saint Mark and Saint Luke, and the 12 represent the 12 apostles.